My issue with Amber Rose is this. The reason we know who Amber Rose is because of her proximity to blackness. That's how she got her name, and that's also the reason that the Trump campaign is interested in her. It's because they think they found a talking head that black people will listen to. Jocelyn Hernandez might have been on something when she said she thinks she's a white girl, because she also claimed that she isn't black, but she is racially ambiguous, and in some ways appears that she could possibly be a black woman. So these Trump people think that this is a, black woman that, black people will listen to and believe is propaganda. My other issue with her is the lies that she spew out, as if Donald Trump isn't racist. A simple Google search will let you know that that's exactly not true. Donald Trump supports policies that roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion. In states such as Texas and Florida and all these other southern states, he's a supporter of these policies. They're essentially testing these policies out at the state level to see will they work for our nation. He also supports things like rolling back the teaching of black history. We need black women to talk about real black women issues, and not someone like Amber Rose to be cosplaying as a black woman and pretending to care about the issues that are important to black women, such as black women having one of the highest maternal mortality rates, especially in the South where the majority of black women live. I think that's my issue with Amber Rose, and no one should be taking fucking political advice from her.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren and I'm Maureen. So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to the reactions of Black Americans after Amber Rose endorsed Donald Trump. Some of them were not, some of them supported Amber Rose and they saw her point. Others were very angry with Amber Rose and they said that Amber Rose does not speak for the black community. Yeah, and I kind of feel like Amber Rose is facing this backlash because she's been accused of benefiting from the black community. Exactly, she benefits from black proximity and fails to be black when it's beneficial to her. Yeah, so let's just listen to what she said and then how people reacted on the internet, and then we come back and talk about this situation. Please remember to subscribe if you have not, and also leave us a comment on what you think about this episode. Right. Let's watch.
My name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents, whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals. We all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States.
Amber, baby, how much are they paying you? This entire situation is also crazy, neighbors. Y'all gotta get in here and check this out. Amber Rose just gave a speech at the Republican National Convention, and she says that the best chance we have for our babies to have a better life is to elect Donald Trump as our next president. Obviously, Amber Rose speaking at the RNC garnered a lot of backlash. I just wanna know, how much are they paying Amber Rose to get on stage and say these things? I wanna go ahead and just get into a snippet of Amber Rose's speech here.
But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States. You may be wondering why I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician and I don't want to be. The truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies. So I'm here to set the record straight. So I let go of my fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of getting attacked by the left, and I put the red hat on too.
Okay, now as you guys can see, she is definitely standing 10 toes down for Donald Trump. Low-key feel like Amber Rose just woke up one day and started riding super hard for Donald Trump. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this entire situation. Joy Reid tore her up on CNN, saying how Amber Rose claims to be racially ambiguous and does not 100% claim black culture, but she got her stardom and she got her entire career based off of dating one of the most prominent figures in black culture of all time. I want to go ahead and insert a snippet of what Joy Reid had to say here.
So it's ironic that they were able to recruit this young woman who, and she's a racially ambiguous. I don't want to say she's black because she has said she's not. But they brought somebody whose whole career is based in black culture. She used to be on a show on BET. That's the reason most people know who she is. She dated one of the most prominent African-American rappers in the business in the history of hip-hop. So her, and the fact that she is now the person they're using to try to recruit young people of color and to say that this is the person who is the endorser of Donald Trump who you should trust, when she won't even claim the culture that brought her to the table. I'm dubious that this will work. I don't know anyone who takes their political cues from Amber Rose, but just in case you do, you might want to duplicate doing your own research because she might not have done it thoroughly.
I think when we look at...
Okay, now as you guys can see, she was not holding back. This entire situation is also crazy. I don't know why Amber Rose didn't try to her butt up on stage, y'all, but I'm curious to know what y'all think, neighbors. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Peace.
A lot of people were shocked with your, endorsement of Donald Trump. I mean, you're all about women's rights issues. I mean, what was the reason for the big change?
Is Donald Trump not for women's rights issues?
I mean, I guess a lot of people were
He's
asking.
trying to make America great again. That's for women too, right?
That's true. I mean,
okay, so there you go.
I know. Does him getting convicted change the way you view him?
Not at all.
I mean, do you think it'll help his chances getting reelected or you'll hurt him?
I think it helps him more. I think it actually
helps him more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people see the injustice in what happened, and they want to vote for him more than ever.
I know. I wanted to ask you. So it seems like a lot of celebrities are kind of voting for Trump now. I mean, why do you think people are kind of changing their way of
I think we just did our research, and we're just we're not brainwashed anymore by the left. I can say that about myself. All these years I've been brainwashed, and I'm not anymore. So
I don't know about y'all, but I'm starting to see a dangerous increase in Black Trump supporters. And I thought these were outliers, but the way every time I turn around and there's another Black influenceable Black person who is in support of Donald Trump, it's like I'm surrounded. It's I'm like, what is going on? Now, I think what happened was that I was into that Fonnie Willis stuff. That's Fonnie Willis stuff that was going on. And I wanted to see how that played out. Now, there is a Black content creator who was explaining all of that, but I didn't want to wait for, her name is I'm Not a Lawyer. I didn't want to wait for her every day, because she was covering other stuff, the YSL trial and all that. So I would look up lives while I was at work, and a lot of these people, and I wanted to support Black creators, so I would look for Black people who are covering this, and so many of them are Trump supporters. There are Black Trump supporters everywhere, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And I'm like, wait, we were all here 4 years ago. We were all here when the insurrection happened. We were all here when we saw that man incite violence, and these white people took it upon themselves to storm the Capitol. We were all here when that happened. Do you think that he's going to let it go this time? Do you think he's going to be told that he can't be reelected after this presidency? Do you think he is not going to incite violence again? We were all here through that whole 4 years. How do we get to a point as Black people that we're going to be in support of a violent man who is trying his best to be a fucking dictator? How have you lost your mind that hard? How have you done it? How have you lost your mind to the point that you're a Black Donald Trump supporter? I know they're out there, but it's so many now. So many people are trying to justify themselves as being Black Trump supporters. It is insane to me. We were all here. We all witnessed him being a president. It's not a good look at all. There's nothing is worth it. A stimulus, nothing is worth it. Nothing is worth this violent man who can't take criticism. No, we can't do it again.
Amber Rose, you do not need a PPP loan. And we get it. There's a lot of self-serving people who think about the sum rather than the whole. This is a financial issue and not a moral issue. And Amber Rose can support whoever she wants. But supporting Trump isn't going to make people buy your music. How is supporting Trump going to benefit your brand? Then again, what is your exact brand? What are you selling? We know you for being bald, with a little blonde buzz cut, with a nice body, with a tattoo across your forehead now. Anyways, neither candidate is worth squawking about.
So welcome back, guys. And I really want to know your opinion on this episode, the videos that we just played you. And I feel like you guys, a leopard never changes its colors. It only gets better at hiding its true spots. Exactly. But a leopard can never, ever, ever change its colors. Yeah, and also I feel like, much as the leopard being Donald Trump will never change his colors, this time round, Americans, you really have a tricky situation going on, because the candidates that you've been given for presidential election is not you are in a very tricky position, right? Because I normally say this, we also, even everybody saw when Donald Trump became the president of America, right? I feel like during his presidency, I'm not there to experience it, but I'm open to corrections, right? But during his presidency, it feels like that was the period where racism really, really grew and became bold in the face of people. It became normalized, because he was feeling a certain way of towards certain groups, and he exerted these feelings towards his supporters, and they outright became, very free in expressing how they truly felt about people, Yeah, that being said, we're not saying that Democrats are angels, because they're not. Just the other day, we saw Biden acting racist towards a supporter who went to his campaign trail, So, let's focus on Amber Ray and how the black community was feeling. Some saw that she was speaking sense, because they say that during the rule of Donald Trump, the economy somewhat expanded and there was more money in their pockets. But others were feeling like Amber Ray is not fit to speak for the black community. First of all, because she usually doesn't identify as black. She identifies as a racially ambiguous person. That is the first thing. So most of them were feeling like she wouldn't be in a position to understand what the black community needs or what the black community wants in order for her to get up in such a public podium and pretend to be speaking on behalf of the black people. Some people say she just doesn't understand what the black community is, and so a video of her and Jocelyn Hernandez was really going viral a better part of this week. I hope you guys, I don't know if there's anybody who does not know about Jocelyn Hernandez, but for those who don't know her, she used to be, as we knew her through Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the franchise. Yes, it's in Africa, we saw it. Yeah. So we knew her through that franchise, and Jocelyn Hernandez was accusing Amber Ray of not being black. She wanted her to identify more as white than black, because she didn't act right in the black community. She was only there to gain monetarily from the black community, and everything she does is to gain from the black community, but she hasn't really put anything to help the black community in the community, if you guys understand what you're saying. And there also, Amber Ray has also been accused of not acknowledging what brought her to the table, the table being the, celebrity lifestyle that she enjoys and everything. And it's said that because she dated a black man, a prominent black rapper, right? It's because she even had a chance to sit at that table, and now that she got a foot at that table, she refused to acknowledge at all where her success was, what propagated her success, and this in the black community is quite problematic. So they feel like it's some kind of irony. They feel like the Republicans only took Amber Rose and put her in that podium because they thought that she was a literal representation of what black should be. A compliant, nice little, well, not only compliant, but when it comes to her complexion, yeah, those are the kind of black Americans that are more acceptable in some certain rooms than black Americans, Anyway, you guys, let us know what you think about this episode, because personally, I say America, it doesn't matter whether you're black or white, you do have a tough choice in who you choose next as a president. Because also remember, much as people are denying, much as the camp of Donald Trump is denying that they have affiliations to Project 2025, and instead they say their project is the 45th whatever, a lot has been exposed, and a lot of these, which some are good, yes, they're going to be impacting positive changes, but also it's also going to bring inequality, so much inequality in so many fields, So you're being urged as voters, not only blacks or whites or whatever, as voters in general, to look at your options and not be influenced, because I feel like, for someone like Amber Ray, for you to be called an influencer, it means you can be able to influence the mass to a certain degree. And I know just by her standing on the podium, especially the younger ones, the younger generation who are able to vote but are not able to cognitively form an opinion that is, how can I put it, like an opinion that is reasonable, that kind of person already has been influenced just by Amber Ray standing on, and using her platform like that, Right. So all said and done, I'm really eager to see how the elections for Americans will end up, and their next course over the years with the president they choose. Right. That being said, guys, please leave us a comment on what you think about this episode. And now that Kamala Harris has been endorsed by Biden, you guys tell us who between Kamala Harris and Trump, who would you prefer between these two people? President. Yeah, because in my opinion, you guys have bad and bad choice. Anyway, it's what you do with the lemons that matter. You can make lemonade, but you guys, we wish you all the best of luck during your elections. And we're just waiting to see what will unravel, right? Yeah. So let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing for those who have not subscribed to our channel, and you'll see you on our next episode.